Hi, my name is Zaynab Sadan and I'm a master's student with the Minerals to Metals initiative at the University of Cape Town. The title of my research is Exploring the Opportunities for Local In-Processing of E-Waste in South Africa. The world is currently undergoing a paradigm shift towards sustainable resource management and environmental stewardship. With primary mineral resources depleting and landfills filling up with post-consumer and industrial waste, we are forced to find alternatives. This has brought about the beginnings of concepts such as the circular economy, secondary resource economy, and urban mining. An example of a secondary resource is electrical and electronic waste, more commonly known as e-waste. E-waste recycling presents an opportunity to provide a source of secondary metals as well as plastics, which then translates into employment and economic opportunities. The South African context presents progressive and highly regulated environmental law and waste legislation. Furthermore, the waste legislation promotes the waste hierarchy as well as circular economy principles. Yet in practice, South Africa is still highly dependent on landfills. Most e-waste is manually dismantled, which produces high-quality value fractions compared to mechanical dismantling. These value fractions are then exported, while residues are landfilled locally. My research aimed to explore the potential for local in-processing of e-waste. Some of the objectives were to map and evaluate the organization and the operation of the industry, to investigate existing technology options and feasibility in South African context, and lastly, to understand the socioeconomic and legal barriers and enablers for local in-processing. For the purpose of this presentation, I'll focus on this last objective. I'll start off by taking you through the e-waste value chain in South Africa. We'll start by the sources of e-waste, which includes households, private businesses and institutions, as well as government departments. The supply of e-waste comes through a variety of different collection networks, which includes informal waste pickers, e-waste drop-off sites, integrated waste contractors. These collection activities feed into landfills, small to medium recyclers, and also larger recyclers. The markets for e-waste value fractions include local end processors. The other option is to export to large international smelters. This then feeds into either metal or plastic product markets. The barriers to local end processing include e-waste in storage. Next is a lot of the e-waste still ends up in landfills. Cherry picking is also a major barrier. This is the culture of larger recyclers choosing which value fractions they want, and therefore leaving the residues with small to medium recyclers, waste pickers. Eventually this lands up in landfills. There is also a large export culture, which limits the development of local product markets. Small to medium recyclers also experience difficulties in forming relationships with local end processors as well as international markets due to their cash flow issues as well as their low and highly unreliable volumes. The legal barriers to entry include waste licenses costs and administration. We'll now move on to the enablers of local end processing. The first includes a new government initiative called Operation Waste Pakisa. This initiative promotes separation at source, as well as it aims to unlock legacy e-waste volumes. The next is that e-waste will be banned from landfill as of 2021. The third is the integration of the informal waste picker community into the waste management system. And lastly, the Waste Research and Development Innovation Roadmap aims to support the waste economy through small to medium scale enterprise development as well as research and technology investments. To conclude, we need to support the waste economy by moving away from landfilling towards urban mines, moving away from legal barriers to successful government initiatives which promotes collaboration with private industry and the informal economy. And lastly, to move away from a waste management system towards a secondary resource economy. I'd like to acknowledge the funders of this research, which is the National Research Foundation, as well as my research participants. Thank you.